Hello everybody, this is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back with another topic, more commentary, and more Kirby for everybody. Circuit Speedway. Okay, let's go. Alright everybody, let's talk about today's topic. And today's topic is a bit of what's going on YouTube. To be more specific, one content creator who I really respect, and the other one is a guy who I believe to be a very logical human being. We'll say that for now. But in any case, the reason why I bring this up is straightforward. Is that recently, Think Before You Sleep, who's one of the YouTubers, recently did a face reveal where he shows his face on YouTube, and he also got a girlfriend who's some type of e-girl, electronic girl, so I think that means she does, well, I'm not even going to pretend to care what she does, because I'm pretty sure if I looked her up, I'm pretty sure I'm going to find a couple of non-safe YouTube videos if I do. But I digress. I don't even care to remember this girl's name. But I digress. Think Before You Sleep has basically turned his back on the subscribers and the content because he went and deleted a bunch of his MGTOW videos to basically either A, make her happy, or B, to try and grow his channel in another way. I don't know what he did, but I think it's personally dumb. You don't turn your back on the people who basically gave your channel its start. And, he also turned his back on Sandman to a degree. Now, Sandman isn't one of the oldest MGTOW creators on YouTube. He's probably, if I had to say, he's probably one of the old guard for that type of content. I'll go with that. But basically, think you basically got help from Sandman with his early channel, and if he comes out and says that he didn't, that's a lie, because I've seen the videos where he sits there and has Sandman come over on narration of the video as he plugs that in to the video, basically. Now, do I honestly think that Think Before You Sleep is grifting or cucking? Personally, I think he's grifting to his new girlfriend, who, again, I don't really care much for. But I think, personally, he's grifting for her to make her happy. Now, I can already sit here and say, how do you know that? And the answer is simple. I'm a married man, and if Undead Chronic chooses to call me a cuck and roast me, you can go right ahead. And in fact, for me, that roast would be a badge of honor in my little YouTube career, side hustle, however I want to refer to this as. I would be honored if you do that to me. Because I could say, hey, I got roasted by Undead Chronic. But I digress. I actually do have to fight with my spouse about how I do things to a degree. Trying to basically stick to my values here. She's already, my spouse has already told me a couple of times that she doesn't like how I phrase certain things. Like how I made reference to street queens, or WHOREs, in my last YouTube video. And I'm not even talking about my live streams, which I do with God of War. But it's basically back to the point that Think needs to stand on his principles. Otherwise, he's going to end up one day being in a chicken suit going, cuck, 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 cuck. And I honestly think that will happen because from what I've heard of his quote-unquote girlfriend's past, it's a likely thing to happen. At least from what I can gather. It's a likely thing to happen. Not will happen, but likely. Now, as for Undead Chronic, I respect. he stands on his principles and he's never wavered. He would rather have his channel be deleted, at least from my perspective, than actually walk away from what he believes in. And I respect him for that. And, you know, from my perspective, Undead Chronic is a warrior and a warlord. Why is he both? Simple. He's a He's a warrior who will fight for his principles, but he's also a warlord because he's also willing to lead by those principles and live by those principles. He will lead and set the example to live by. Granted, Chronic has said on a couple live streams that he doesn't think he's a good person. Well, from my perspective, when the world's going and turning its head upside down on itself, sometimes you don't need good people. You need evil people of another variety to stand up and put people back in their place. At least from my perspective, it's needed. And, you know, I will always hold my hand in the air and say, Chronic, roast it all down, burn it all down, Chronic. Because for me, Chronic roasting has always been one of his greatest things he could ever do, is roast. And I never actually had the chance to financially contribute, but I hope to one day give him some gas for his Kush stash and his propane grill. But in any case, everybody, like, subscribe, bang the bell, and I will see everybody in the next video.